Well, welcome to Gear Guide. This week we're talking all about the new copper pads that we have here. Well, welcome to Gear Guide, and today we're talking all about copper pads. So if you've been in window cleaning for a while, you know that we're always looking for good abrasives, something that you can actually put onto the window and do heavy scrubbing without having to worry about scrubbing for 45 minutes to try to get something off. It's kind of like a razor, but it is something that you would normally carry for scrubbing the windows. A lot of you know, if you're OGs in the industry, there was something called bronze wool that existed for quite a while in an ultra-fine quality, and we don't have that anymore. They stopped making it after COVID. Their machine went down and they stopped making it. Unfortunately, you can still find it in different places. It is not an ultra-fine, which sucks because ultra-fine is all that we can do and use without making scratches on glass. But something new to the market is this. This is a copper pad. So a little bit different than what you may be used to. It comes in different types of pads, hand pads, things like that. And they're actually pretty impressive. As far as something getting onto the market that scrubs really, really well, doesn't rust, and doesn't break the bank, these are actually pretty awesome. Now, if you're used to a bronze wool, it was finer. It's like steel wool in a 4/40, but in a steel wool and a bronze wool, it's very fine fibers, so there's a lot more kind of scrubbing. In bronze wool, it's pulled into fibers, but copper is actually kind of threaded in. So if you can see that, it's actually in as a fiber in the pad. Now for scrubbing, they're awesome. I would say that they're pretty close to the scrubbing power of bronze wool, maybe not quite as aggressive as where the wools were, but it doesn't rust and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's also a softer metal, but it doesn't wear out too terribly fast, so it's kind of nice for an abrasive. Now one of the things on these is that this pad can scratch tint. Anything can scratch tint if it's garbage tint. So always test a spot just to cover your butt. Now, they're pretty awesome to have, keep it in your pouch, that type of thing. They last a long, long time and they're really pretty cheap. They also come in a bunch of different sizes, shapes, pads. They got backers, they have just sponge pads, and then they have kind of like a towel thing. So really pretty awesome. Something that you may want to look into if you're trying to find a new replacement for bronze wool. Now, you know, if you're watching this, the link is in the comments to buy. Check it out. Also, you can let me know. We're gonna get these on the glass now and show you how they perform. So as you can see, the copper cloth is something that you use after you scrub the window. It lets it slide on the glass a lot better, but man, this stuff is nice and aggressive. It really scrubs everything off the glass. These pads start at $4.99 and they are definitely worth it. And you can see I just do general coverage with these type of pads. I know you guys use them different ways and different things you like. That's how I do it. It works amazing. Look at this foam that comes out on this thing. It's really making a good lather. Now, obviously, I wouldn't use this much soap usually, but for the video, of course, I do. Pretty awesome, right? I mean, it's one of those things that you need to try, you need to see if you like, and if you like them, have a ton of them on hand. You know that this type of content exists because you guys subscribe, so go ahead, do me the biggest favor, subscribe to this, and if you want to buy anything that we always talk about, of course, it's down in the links. I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. Let me put your orders in. It costs you nothing extra, and I would love nothing more. My number is 862-312-2026, but get your hands on some of these pads and let me know what you think.